Hi guys, this is Fran for Wonderful Wednesdays, but today Wonderful Wednesdays is gonna be on a Thursday, and I'm sorry about it. And I'm sorry I didn't post a video last week. I had my mom and my aunt here during 10 days, and I had an amazing time with them. And I'm sorry about my face. I was crying. I just took them to the airport, and it's just hard to say goodbye so long. We only see them in December now, so that's what happens when you live away from your family. But like yesterday, last night, I had a really good talk to my mom, and that inspired me to make this video for the Fighting for Hope channel about family therapy and the importance of family therapy in treating mental disorders, and in my case, eating disorders and stuff like that, because we did family therapy and it was like really important. And last night we talked about, like, as my dad feels guilty about everything that happened to me, and as my mom still feels guilty about like the fact that she didn't stop my dad when I was a child, and she didn't interfere, like she didn't intervene on what he was doing to me and the way he was raising me. And that was one of the causes that made me develop my eating disorder. And I would say that family therapy is one of the most important things for someone who is recovering from an eating disorder, because eating disorders are not disorders that are only for the person who is suffering from it, but it's usually something that runs in the whole family. The whole family dynamics is kind of messed up, and then one person feels it more, so this person develops an eating disorder as a coping mechanism for that. So the whole family should be involved. It's really hard for someone who is trying to recover from an eating disorder to do it by herself. The whole family should help this person and also solve their own problems, and like the whole family relationship thing should be solved in order to have like a healthy environment for this person to get healthy, to get better. During family therapy, a lot of things are brought up, and it's a really hard thing to do. And sometimes you just want to run away, you just want to disappear, because it can get like really intense and can get like really it's a really hard thing to do. I can say that. And yesterday, like, even my mom was saying that my father still blames himself, and the funny thing is that I don't blame him. He's not guilty about anything. I mean, I know that he made mistakes and I made mistakes, and I know that he forgave me for my mistakes, and I forgave him. And for me, as long as he forgave me for my mistakes, I don't feel guilty for my mistakes anymore. Like, it happened, it's gone, it's done. And it goes to that thing that when I was talking about depression, you should not play the victim for the rest of your life for something that happened to you. And that's it. Uh, Things happen in your life. You are gonna feel the consequences of that during your life, but you cannot always think about that. Like, you cannot always be the victim of something that happened to your life. You have to move on. You have to move forward. You have to learn to forgive people. And during family therapy, family sessions, you start to understand why other people act the way they do. You don't need to agree with what they do, but you start to understand that and see that some of the things were not, like, they were not thinking bad things when they did what they did. They had their reasons to do that. Maybe they didn't know any better. So I think it's crucial, for any kind of disorder to have the family involved on that. And like, of course, that's one part, and then you have to do your other part, which is your personal therapy. Because when this guilt comes up, then you have to solve your personal guilt by yourself. And that's where, like, my mom and my dad lack. Like, they don't do it, so that's why they are like, we feel guilty about this and that. But I'm just like, I don't feel guilty, and I don't blame you guys, so you shouldn't feel guilty about anything. But they still don't think they need personal therapy, so it's okay. But anyways, yeah, that's the message that I want to give to you. Like, first off, the family should be involved. Second of all, learn how to forgive, and learn how to take the guilt out of yourself, and stop with the self-pity thing. Like, things do happen to us. I know. I've I've been through a lot, believe me. I've been through way too much in my life, and it's okay. It happened. I'm not happy with everything that happened, of course not. I wish it had never happened to me, but I'm here, and things like, I think that, some people you can't forgive in your life, but the ones that you love, it's like, the ones that you love, you can, forgive and accept, and it's okay for you, to say that to them, I forgive you, and please don't blame yourself. Like, I'm as guilty as you are for the things that happened, you know. So that's it. Okay, I promise that next week I'm gonna have my video on Wednesday, and yeah, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon.